So this is weird, but it did get me out the door. But it's weird. So don't judge me. So I'm kind of in a funny spot with running lately. I went basically from training for and then running my third New York City marathon to training for and then running my first New York City half marathon without any break in between. So essentially, I've been running structured workouts 6 days a week for the better part of a year. And now, for the first time in a long time, I don't have a plan telling me what runs I have to do. And while some people might find that liberating, I've actually found that it really hurt my motivation. Yeah, so the weather in New York lately hasn't been the best, but that's not the only thing going on. I think it's actually bigger than that, because I've been hearing that voice start to creep in, asking, do you really need to go out today? Do you have to? Do you really want to go out in that? Now, if there's one thing I've learned about running, it's that momentum is real. So I made up this little game for myself, and it's kind of strange, but I found it actually has helped me get some of the spark, getting me out the door in those moments when I might not really be motivated to go out. So my trick actually starts with my sneakers. And I have a bunch. Some would argue I have too many. But I start very simply by waking up and asking myself a simple question. What pair of sneakers do I want to put on today? And let my feet decide. Just the answer to that propels me to move forward. And honestly, it doesn't have to be sneakers. It could just as easily be, what type of music do I want to listen to today? Or what podcast do I want to listen to today? Just something, an easy question that you can answer that can get you moving. There's this thing called the 2-minute rule. Don't know if you've heard of it, but basically it's where you're trying to accomplish a big goal, start a big habit, and you do it by essentially committing to doing not the whole thing, but just a little bit of it, just a tiny bit each day. So rather than committing to going to the gym for an hour, you commit to putting your gym clothes in the bag and putting the bag in your car. Right? It's like you commit to the first step, and then what happens a lot of times is that first step leads to the other steps. And I wasn't trying to do this, mind you, but I guess I kind of did. And it's actually really effective. The best thing about running is that even when you don't have the motivation to go out initially, you always feel better after you're done. At least I always feel better after I'm done. I think sometimes when you get into these training cycles, you get so used to the day in and the day out that you forget to look inward for direction. And that is what this experience has actually really taught me, to look inward. And this has been a nice break. So a bunch of people have asked me if I'm running the Brooklyn Half in May. Actually, I'm not, because I'm about to start training for something even bigger. In fact, I'm going to say this might be my most important training block yet. And I can't wait to tell you about it.